Yes, I know. Neighbour Road thoroughly.
That just goes to show that not everything in the army is green. Right, I think that might be it. So, not really in service anymore, yet there are a few floating around. And it looks like he's got a very large solar panel on the roof. And why not? So these would be loaded with anything from troops to water, ammunition, food, clothing, anything you could squeeze in the back, it would go in there. Bunch of vehicles, and it was called the Red Bull Express. And it was all to do with GMCs, which is General Motor Company truck war. And there was hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of these trucks trying to keep up the front line, just trying to keep them fed with ammunition, food and water. And more importantly, fuel for all the vehicles as well. So yes, it's not bristling with guns, but they are still vitally important to any conflict. Now the one coming along the front now with the 4 machine gun turret in the back, which is called a Maxim turret. Now this is Vietnam era. So basically these used to do convoy protection. So if they did come under fire, the Maxim turret in the back, which has got 4 50 caliber machine guns, would hopefully deal with the task, but believe me, very, very formidable. Now the actual turret itself was taken out of an aircraft, which is the ball turret underneath. So they thought, well, if it can go in an aeroplane, surely it can go in the back of the vehicle as well. So if you're running towards this thing and you've got 4 50 caliber machine guns firing at you, there is nowhere to hide. It's a sort of Cold War era, completely amphibious, so these things will swim. And if you fancy looking at that a little bit closely, go to YouTube, type in Stalwart Lake, and one actually jumps into the lake. And it's not even really struggling, to be honest. Oh, it is struggling. I take it back. Still going, though. Look at that. So the vehicle on the rear, the Stalwart, is probably matched weight for weight with the vehicle in front. So it's doing... If you look at the suspension as it goes over the lumps of bumps on the Scamon, you'll see it's called not B-Max, or twist axle. So they're independent each side. So they off-road capability of going over any terrain. It's very, very good. There you go, there's the wheels. Very nice. Now this would be a very, very common sight because Stalwarts broke down a lot. Bless them. Especially when they came out of the water, normally by a winch rope. Just look at that suspension. Brilliant. So remember I said about the Red Bull Express? Now the GMC coming on the front now, the green truck. Now there would have been hundreds of these, just trying to keep up, like I said, with the front line. Now the straight 6 flat top petrol engine, they were quite juicy, but there was absolutely no protection for the cargo or the drivers in the back. Now the British Army had these, they're amphibious, they will go literally anywhere. And they're what they call skid steer. So you see the guy with got little handlebars in front of him like a motorbike, and he just twists them, and it puts the brakes on one side. The front wheels do turn a little, but it's mainly skid steer, but mainly used for taking rounds, food, ammunition, anything where the big trucks couldn't get. Now the Convoy coming along the front is actually quite cool. I quite like this. He's laughing now, he says, don't stop me, just don't stop me. So, I don't know if I've ever seen this sort of thing with a medical bloke in the back. Is he alright? Too much beer? Yeah, he says, yeah. Yeah, apparently driving the tank doing a neutral's just wiped him out really. But yeah, not an uncommon sight for this. I've never seen one with a stretcher on the back, that's quite cool. Tell us about it.
Well, all I know really is that yeah, they use it a quick way to get from A to B. It's also got the bridging ramps on the left and right hand side of the trailer, so then you can just go as a crow flies across streams to try and get to A to B as quick as possible.
Great stuff. There you go. Used both in Iraq and Afghanistan by normal troops, and special forces used them quite a lot as well. But they also did a six-wheel version, which was normally for reconnaissance. So there we go. Thank you very much. Right. I think the Spitfire is due very, very soon. So what we're going to do, we're going to sling them out. I think we've got some of the Russians have got stuck. Look at that. Vorstorm Dirk. Broken it. Hey, he's got out. He's got out of the ditch of despair. Right. That's quite nice. I missed that one. The very early 60s. Not very much protection on that. One behind it as well. You'll see as it comes past, you'll see the vents in the bonnet, the little triangle things. That was actually to defrost the windows. So all the hot air for the engine when they were driving used to blow out those little vents.
Well, I'm obliged, Andy. Thanks very much indeed. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, from thrills on the ground to thrills in the air. Our pilot is airborne from Biggin Hill at this moment, and today we are showing the Hawker Hurricane. Didn't quite get the glamour of the Spitfire, but there again, it was a necessary aircraft. We needed both of these, and I can see coming around from my left-hand side